heart of a fan.
On a hot Thursday night in St. Louis, it's time for Cardinals baseball. And speaking of hot, two red-hot teams in the National League collide in Game 1 of a 4-game set. Both the Cardinals and Dodgers have won 8 of their last 10, and something's got to give in Game 1 tonight. Hi again, friends. Chip Carey, Brad Thompson. Here we go, partner. Cardinals and Dodgers, second-round matchup. Things didn't go well out west, but it's a different-looking Cardinal team here tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is, especially a different-looking offense for the Redbirds. Last time out against the Dodgers, they scored a grand total of 6 runs in L.A. Well, look at these numbers since May 1st. 4th in average, 2nd in runs per game, 2nd with 26 homers. That OPS is up there. These Redbirds are swinging it right now.
So let's look inside the numbers a little deeper. Our Budweiser on tap. What's up with both the Cards and Dodgers over the last 10?
Well, you laid it out there. These are two of the hottest teams in baseball right now, and they are clashing. Like I said, the offense has been great for the Cardinals. They're going to need it right now because the pitching has been outstanding, specifically the starters for the Dodgers.
The Cardinals have won 3 straight series. They've won 3 straight series opener. Adam Wainwright tries to make it 4 in a row. And when we come back, Alexa Dat will break it all down for us as we get you set from St. Louis for the Cardinals and Dodgers tonight.
Against the LA Dodgers. When they were out west, it was a different story. The Cardinals got swept, only scored 6 runs in the series, but since then they are 8-2, scoring nearly 7 runs a game. The offense has come alive. Starting pitching has been huge as well as they welcomed back Adam Wainwright. Now he is making his 3rd start of the season. He's going to have Contreras as his catcher, which will be a first for Waino so far this year. Also, Waino has had so much success against the Dodgers in his career. In the regular season, got 16 starts against them, a sub-3 ERA. Cardinals are 9-7 in those starts. And his old manager, Mike Matheny, throwing out the first pitch to Willie McGee. 57-mile-per-hour fastball. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that's a strike. I'll give it to him, Fred Bird. Stay with us. Hitting for the natural cycle. Just one of 15 players in the history of the game to single, double, triple, and homer in order in the same game. Pretty impressive. From past to present, Freddie Freeman and Paul Goldschmidt, 2 of the top first basemen in the game today. Chip and Brad have more on them next. Stay with us right here on Bally Sports.
You by BJC Healthcare, you deserve extraordinary care, and by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the St. Louis area. Find yours at your Mid-America Chevy dealer. The Cardinals and Dodgers are red hot. This series features 2 of the best first basemen in the game, and they square off tonight, Brad.
If you got a young first baseman watching tonight, watch these 2 guys. Freddie Freeman just goes out there. He does everything right. Defensively, offensively, you look at the numbers, home runs, great with 2 strikes. He covers a little bit of everything, but we've seen this man, Paul Goldschmidt, ever since he's come over here with the Birds on the bat. He's been one of the best in the league, the reigning MVP in the National League. These 2 guys looking to put on a show in this series.
It's going to be a great weekend, and we'll get things started tonight. Adam Wainwright, Julio Urias for the Dodgers. Game 1, Cardinals and Dodgers lineups and first pitch are coming your way after the break.
Welcome back to Chicago. Look at Contreras. They boomy some more. Belton left center. Cardinal fans going crazy here at Wrigley. It's long gone for Gorman. Ball gets away, streaking home and scoring, and the Cardinals get a huge break. Nolan Arenado with the homer. Make it 5 in a row. Strike 3. Season high 10 strikeouts for Jack Flaherty. Kistner's hit a grand slam. Breaking ball frozen. Track wall. She is gone.
That's a fun week and a half, and hopefully the good times will continue in St. Louis as we kick off a big weekend. The Cardinals celebrating their 2013 National League pennant. The series starts on Thursday night. 79 degrees, no wind, low humidity, perfect weather for the Redbirds to keep up their great play. Brad Thompson, Jim Haynes joins me, Chip Carey, here at Busch Stadium, where a big crowd is packed in for Adam Wainwright, who looks to pick up his first victory of the year tonight.
Yeah, Chip, this has been more like it. We're starting to see the Cardinals play the kind of baseball they want to play. The starting pitching, last turnaround has been very good. The offense, talking about it pregame, boy, have they been good. The home runs have been there. And all of a sudden, you're starting to see the team that they expected to be in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Dave Roberts and the Dodgers, best record in the National League. But I think we would agree, Brad, this is a different looking Cardinal team, and it's a different Cardinal team in the way it feels about itself than when we saw Los Angeles out west.
Certainly expect this to be a much different series than we saw at Chavez Ravine when the Cardinals were only able to score 6 runs. Just was not clicking. Nothing was clicking on that West Coast trip. Everybody remembers it. The Cardinals go 2-8 on that one. Their season was at an all-time low. Well, they're picking things back up here. They're 8-2 in their last 10, and Adam Wainwright out here making his 3rd start of the year, looking for his first victory.
He's had terrific luck against the Dodgers in regular season play, and especially so here at Busch Stadium. And as you see, his Hyundai pitch arsenal, hopefully all of those, Brad, will be on point tonight.
For sure, he's going to sink it. You know, Uncle Charlie's there for him whenever he wants. He uses that cutter a lot to the lefties every once in a while to change up the 4-seam. But for Adam Wainwright, it's about him setting up hitters and watching him just pitch. I just love the art when he's out there.
The Dodgers start play tonight, 28-16. They're 11-9 on the road. Dave Roberts and the Dodgers just wrapped up a series with the Twins. As Dave said to us before the game, the Dodgers are winning games, but they're not playing at peak efficiency in really any facet of their game. We'll see if that holds true tonight. And look, if you have Betts, Freeman, Smith, and Muncy 1 through 4 in your lineup, that covers up a lot of what are seen to be as glaring issues for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good news or terrifying news when you look at it with the Dodgers, but either way, it's going to be a tough task here for the Redbirds.
Defensively for Ollie Marmol, that's presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Mercado gets the start for the Redbirds in left. Ollie gave us a good reason as to why that lineup change was made.
Look, Adam Wainwright has been in the air a little bit more this year. Mercado can go get it in the outfield. Wanted to put out there as much of a versatile outfield as they can. I want to give Mercado a chance here.
So let's see what the Cardinals have in store for us tonight. The Birds start play at 18-26 on the year. They have won 3 straight series. They have won 3 straight series openers. And we hope to make it 4 in a row tonight. Mookie Betts leads off, and Adams' first pitch is right there for a strike, says Jeremy Rehack, the home plate umpire. 9 homers, 25 RBIs for Betts, who's hitting .250. And maybe what Dave Roberts was talking about involves Mookie Betts. Very severe home road offensive splits.
Yeah, he has struggled on the road. 182 is the average for Mookie on the road, something that he's looking to change.
Popped up back toward us, but there'll be no play. And Wainwright ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
A severe difference. He's popped some home runs, he's driven in some runs, but just not getting on base, not churning things for this offense on the road yet. As you mentioned, Dodgers still figuring out ways to win games. They come in with 28 victories, tops in the NL.
New baseball for Wainwright, and the 1-2. He is bounced up there, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mookie Betts can do it all. He can play shortstop, he can play right field. He's an excellent defender. He's a terrific leadoff hitter. He hits for power and average. Truly a superstar.
Pretty good bowler as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just going to throw that in. Multiple 300 games to his name. No, and he's danger off the top. 3 leadoff homers this year, 39 in his career.
Rifled toward left. That ball is going to get down and bounce off the 375 side. And Mookie Betts with a laser starts the game for the Dodgers. It's a leadoff double.
Well, Waino trying to go down and away with the sinker, misses belt high middle. You're not going to be able to sneak that by Mookie Betts. Jumps all over it at the top of the zone. We talked about how dangerous he is off the top. Well, this is what he does.
Adams caught the 2-strike bug for the Cardinals on the mound. Opponents hitting .318 against him. And now he faces Freddie Freeman, the Dodger first baseman. He was pushed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Freeman riding a 7-game hit streak. 9 RBIs in that stretch. And as you know, Freddie loves Bush. A great hitter in this ballpark. And there was a short hop shot to short. The peg to first is up the line, and Goldie with a great dive gets the out. DeYoung looked like he was shielded by Betts there. Kind of an in-between play at shortstop. And then with the speed of Freeman, hurried his throw, but gets the first out of the inning.
This is a really good play on both sides. First of all, that ball checked up. Paul made a good throw. And look, Goldie is as good as they get around the bag at doing just that. Somehow keeping a toe on the base while still making the play.
So no advance of the runner. Will Smith, the catcher. He's reached base in 16 straight. This guy's a good hitter. At .330 for the season. 7 homers, 22 driven in. Smith spent some time on the injured list. Missed 13 games due to concussion protocols for the Dodgers.
And we saw him when he just came back off of that concussion protocol. DH the first couple of games against the Cardinals, but has done nothing but hit since.
Backed away from a breaking ball that didn't move. It's an even count. 5 career games for this man in St. Louis at this ballpark. 9 hits, including 2 homers. So keep an eye on Will Smith. That's a leadoff double at second with 1 out. And poked foul into the big crowd. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Crowd still filing in on a beautiful Thursday night. Check of the runner. And up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Like the idea there from Adam Wainwright, though, sticking with the fastball. Will Smith is one of those guys hitting .256 against the heater coming in. He's hitting .379 against everything else.
2-2. Breaking ball fought off for Smith. The Dodgers took 2 out of 3 from the Twins. And tonight's start their longest and a real brutal road trip. They've got 4 in St. Louis, 3 in Atlanta, and finish up with 3 at Tampa Bay.
That is a rocky one. That'll test you even if you're the best team in the NL right now. That's a big test.
Pitch 13 of the inning for Wainwright. And if we have a clock violation, apparently so. Adam took too long. It'll be a full count. You're not aware of how the umpire knows that. He's not looking at the clock. There's a buzzer on the back of his belt. And if he feels that buzzer go off, then time has expired. So a 3-2 pitch. And low to Smith. 2 on, 1 out. Max Muncy coming up. So a busy start for Adam Wainwright. What are the Toyota keys for the Cardinals to win tonight?
For me, it's act as if. You can look at the records of these 2 teams and say, well, we know who should win this one. Dodgers coming in with 28 wins, but the Cardinals are playing great baseball right now, and I believe that they have a confidence. They need to act as if they are the big dogs in this series and act accordingly. They're playing really good baseball in every single facet. Now, look, Adam Wainwright needs to get out of this inning. You go in to hit, but they need to act as if they are the team that everybody's hunting down.
You'd love a double play ball, but Muncy's a guy that has a huge launch angle swing. Tough to double him up. In fact, the Dodgers have hit into only 16 double plays. That's the lowest total in the big leagues.
Yeah, you couple that with the fact that Adam Wainwright has just not been getting the ball on the ground this year. That's going to be a difficult thing to be able to pull off here.
Max Muncy is a tough out. This guy's hit 158 homers in the major leagues, 153 of them with the Dodgers. He was an Oakland A, and he has rebuilt his swing and his career since putting on Dodger blue.
A pretty unique combination, isn't it? A guy that draws as many walks as he does, hits as many homers as he does, and just a very, very tough guy. You know, 3-1, you can't just lay him in a heater or this game's going to be 3-0.
So a 3-ball 1-strike pitch. Here it is. Center cut, but fouled away.
Yeah, that was a pitch right there from Adam Wainwright. It was that cutter that he likes to really run in on the hands of those lefties. Just backed up on him, very dangerous spot. Fortunate to have that one fouled off.
So let's see if the Dodgers run here with a full count. 2 on, 1 away. They don't, and the bases are loaded. And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. Betts doubled on a 2-2 pitch. Freeman grounded out. Smith and Muncy have walked there at second and first. And now Los Angeles with a chance to put up the first run with J.D. Martinez in the box. Martinez, a well-traveled player, but a great hitter. And takes upstairs. Ball 1. Lower back tightness sidelined J.D. for the early part of the season. And the pitch is hammered toward right center field. That ball is going to get down and bounce off the warning track. 2 runs are going to score. Muncy on his way to third. He's going to stop there. And J.D. Martinez doubles home 2, and the Dodgers strike first.
Another cutter from Adam that misses center. Might be a pitch he might want to pocket for a minute. He's not putting this thing where he wants to. Ends up middle. He drives it the other way into the gap and brings in a couple.
So the Dodgers have given Julio Urias a 2-0 lead. He's yet to throw a pitch. And Dusty Blake is on his way to the hill to try to give Adam a breather here and maybe find something that catches a corner. 2 doubles, 2 walks, and 2 first-inning runs.
When the Cardinals were going through a lot of their struggles, man, this first inning had been a real bear for them of just laborious innings, pitch counts that were up very high. That's why it was so nice watching Matthew Liberatore last night. Libby had a really quick first inning, a very efficient outing, good outing for him, 5 scoreless. It ended up being for him, and Adam Wainwright looking to just stop the bleeding here and hand it over to this offense that has been so good here as of late.
Cardinals actually have a +10 run differential in the first inning entering play tonight. That's now at +8 as Miguel Vargas is the hitter. And it missed outside. No chase from Vargas. He too riding a 4-game hit streak. Again, the Dodgers have won 8 of 10, just like the Cardinals. And right now, Adam doesn't have a pitch to go to.
Take that right there. Sinker in at 87. Just paints the corner again. Velocity is not everything. Location is what plays. Unfortunately, it's been location that has hurt him so far in this inning.
And this Dodger team just does not chase. We saw that out west. You have to command the strike zone against this club.
Yeah, they do a really nice job of that, but then when you do put one in there, there's no timid swings. They let it rip.
On the ground toward third, and the peg to first is off target, but a nice tippy toe by Goldschmidt. That gets Vargas no further advance. Nice play by Nolan Gorman. Almost got Muncy wandering off the bag.
Yeah, good idea by Gorman. Your momentum is taking you that way anyhow. You might as well check on him there, see if you can get him. Goldie gets him twice there. Had the foot on the bag, but had the tag there just in case.
So you're down 2. You've got James Outman coming up. This kid put on a show out west. And hits this one in the air to right on the first pitch. But Edman is there, and all in all, that was good work by Wainwright to limit the damage after the meeting on the mound. Dodgers lead 2-0. Here come the Birds in the first. Dave Roberts and the Dodgers enjoy a 2-0 lead after their first turn to the plate. Now it's time for the Cardinals to answer. Nootbaar, Goldschmidt, Contreras third. Arenado the DH for Ollie Marmol. Tommy Evans starting again in right. He's swinging a hot bat. And hopefully, Brad, that continues against Julio Urias, who's making his first career start against the Cardinals.
Yeah, Urias, as we know, he is a stud. He's very good, mixes it up really well. But we also know that this Cardinals offense can get things going early and often. The Hyundai pitch arsenal here for Urias. Got the four-seam fastball, the slurve, that slider curve change, also a changeup and a cutter. And if you're going to get to him early. 9 of the 22 runs he's given up have been in the first.
Look at that ball bend in for a strike. This kid was a 20-game winner a couple of years ago. Won 17 last year. Didn't throw a single wild pitch. How about that? And a free agent to be at season's end. Another strike for Nootbaar. Wits lefties well.
Once you time that up, though, that's a pitch that can be hit. That slurve right there. Urias, for as good as he is, he's given up a bunch of home runs. 10 homers, leads the league.
And he, too, another Dodger with really crazy home road splits. At home, a 1.99 ERA. Away from Dodger Stadium, 6.10.
Yeah, opponents on the road hitting .310 against him.
So Nootbaar back even in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up left side. Muncy and Rojas. And there's your first out. Nootbaar is retired. And 1 man down. A look at the Dodger defense presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Gold Glover Freddie Freeman anchors the infield at first. Muncy, Rojas, and Vargas ring the infield. Will Smith as good as they get behind the plate. Of course, keep an eye on Mookie Betts in right field. Here's Goldie. Driven out of play, foul. Lots of head-to-head work for Goldschmidt and Arenado against Urias. You'd expect that from their days in the National League West. No balls and a strike. And now 0-2 into the crowd of 37,000 or so tonight. Here's our stats with Lowe's. Here are your career rankings among active players against the Dodgers.
Well, you gotta love seeing that. These guys, I mean, we see it pop up anytime you see a team in the West. These two guys have dominated them. Let's hope that trend continues.
One ball, 2 strikes. Right back where it came from. It deflects off the pitcher. Freeman is to the bag, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Kick save and a beauty for Urias. Tired. Bueno pitches around the E6, and Mercado leads off down 2. On Sunday, we'll wrap up this series with the Dodgers, and 25,000 fans 16 and up take home a Cardinals golf umbrella. This green umbrella features iconic Cardinals Hall of Famers. For tickets and info, visit cardinals.com/promotions. That Sunday pitching matchup, Jack Flaherty and Clayton Kershaw. That'll be a treat. Oscar Mercado is getting ready to lead off. Had some folks standing on the sidewalk above the berm in center, so a momentary pause. Now we're ready to go. Line, welcome to St. Louis, Oscar. There's a start. Tying run comes to the plate, and the top of the order, Lars Nootbaar.
A nice way to do it. Jump on the first thing he sees. Drafted by the Cardinals in the second round in 2013. Made his debut with Cleveland, but finally comes back full circle here in 2023 and takes advantage of his first time at plate.
So let's see what St. Louis can do with Urias the second time through the order. Cardinals threatened but couldn't score in the second. And a big bender in for a strike. Bottom of the zone for Nootbaar. Noot popped up his first time up. Let's check out our Kia player profile and the job Lars has done hitting first.
Well, pretty comfortable there at the leadoff spot. The fourth best on base percentage here in all of baseball. Works counts, but has pop too. You leave something up, watch out, he's gonna put a rip on it like that.
That was 94. It was center cut. Urias with good deception got it by for strike two.
I think you bring up a great point too with Urias and his deception, because when you look at the stuff, it's not necessarily overpowering. He's got the slurvy breaking ball. Fastball really is 92 to 94, but the way that he hides the ball, he also alters his delivery at times. He'll hang up there in his balance position a little bit more. He'll drop down sidearm, do a lot of different things up there, but he's very comfortable doing those things. For a lot of guys can't do that, can't alter their delivery at all.
Good take. This is what Nootbaar does, and it's a full count. Nootbaar's walked 25 times. Mercado, a good lead at first. The pitch is fouled off the net. Warm night in St. Louis. Urias pushing toward 40 pitches. He'll throw a seventh to Lars Nootbaar. Breaking ball had him off stride. Center of the diamond. Freddie Freeman in front of the pitcher's mound is there and puts that away for out number one. And here's Goldschmidt. Hit that rocket that Urias kicked to Freddie Freeman. A 1-3 put out in the opening inning. That ball was hit 97 miles an hour off the leg.
Yeah, Urias no worse for wear, at least to this point, from that one.
There's a strike. If that had been Jake's leg, Brad, we would have had a lot of problems.
Well, which leg? You know, that's the thing, because Jake's leg will be playing soon, and one of them is dead. One of the legs. Members are all fine.
One ball, one strike. Well, we'll find out for sure tomorrow night when Jake's leg performs here at the ballpark. The pitch. Top of the zone. It's 1-2. Goldie has a lot of room with Freeman holding Mercado, but Goldie down to his last strike. That was close. 2-2.
Goldie does have no problem with 2 strikes, just protecting. He'll shoot a ground ball through that right side, but Urias will try to pitch him in there.
So Paul now with a 2-2 count. 2-0 Dodgers. Both runs in the first inning. Runner goes. Good jump. Smith's throw quickly, and they got him. Mercado says he got the hand in, but he's rung up at second base. Safer out. You make the call.
Yeah,
looks safe to me.
I think that hand's in there.
He tagged him on the top of the thigh. So the Cardinals will challenge here. For the moment, Mercado is out at second. Let's see if there's enough evidence to change the call.
And the only question is, did that glove catch him on the shoulder first? From that angle, it does not appear to have done it. See from this angle, does Vargas get him? Man, looks safe to me. But I do, in the booth, as you know, wear my Cardinal red glasses. So, you know.
Well, they're an exceptionally good-looking color.
Well, I pull it off, too, with my pale complexion. It's the contrast, really.
So, you think he's safe or out?
I think he's safe.
I do, too.
We all know how these replays work, though. There's got to be enough evidence to overturn it. We'll see.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. St. Louis retains their challenge.
So it's a stolen base. Cardinals keep their challenge. And Goldschmidt still the hitter. He now has a 3-2 count. This is the 34th time this year Paul has faced a 3-2 pitch. He's hitting .364 on the full count. Get a run here. Get this crowd roaring at Busch. The pitch. Poked foul.
It's a good pitch to just spoil right there. Urias ends up going with that changeup. It's really well located on the corner, but Goldie will make you continue to work until he finds something he can hit.
May 7th, his last homer. This would be a perfect time for another. Fouled straight back. Something else to keep in mind is the Cardinals have had improved play. The running game has been in effect. They've stolen 17 straight bases. And they took a chance with Mercado, and after review, he's in scoring position. Pitch number 8. Good at bat. Goldschmidt earns a walk. Second one of those from Urias. And now Contreras is coming up with 2 aboard.
Well, certainly making Urias work to this point. That was an 8-pitch at bat by Goldie. Remember, this Dodgers bullpen has been busy. They had to eat up a lot of innings here in their last series. The Dodgers pen covered up 21 of the 30 innings that they had against the Twins.
So yeah, they want to make Urias work and knock him out of his game. Go ahead run in the batter's box. Contreras struck out his first time up. As Brad said, Urias went up in the zone a lot. Fly ball center. That ball is well hit. That ball is not coming back. A mammoth home run, and the Cardinals have the lead.
That ball was destroyed. Julio Urias went back to the well, struck out Contreras with the changeup last time, threw him a first pitch changeup. You think he knew he got every bit of this one, walks the dog for a minute, and then goes out and takes his trot around the bases. Get some.
So St. Louis has its first lead. And Nolan Arenado is coming up. Fourth homer for Contreras, 21 RBIs, and as Brad said, the 11th homer Urias has allowed this year, and it was a no-doubter. Tommy Edman is the next scheduled hitter, but looks like Juan Yepez has grabbed the bat as he moves on deck.
Again, if you weren't watching earlier, Tommy Edman and Lars Nootbaar had a collision in right center field. Both of them looked a little banged up, and then they had to go check on Tommy Edman as he was at second base. Checking on Will Smith now after he took that foul ball right off the mask. Remember, missed time with concussion earlier in the season.
A Contreras 3-run homer has the crowd buzzing. The pitch popped up. Vargas and Rojas. It'll be the second baseman Vargas. And there is out number 2, and it will be Yepez for Tommy Edman, who bore the brunt of that collision with Nootbaar in right field earlier in the game. Yepez at 240. And now Mark Pryor, the Dodgers pitching coach, out to give Urias a little scouting report. Again, Yepez not in the starting lineup for St. Louis. Also gives him a breather after this long inning that saw him surrender a 2-run lead. So as our T-Mobile coverage cam, it is that second inning collision that's forced Tommy Edman from the game.
Yeah, this ball is just ranging into the gap. They're both converging on it, and as you mentioned, Tommy does take the brunt of it. Does a fantastic job of being able to hang on to this thing, but Lars Nootbaar is running full force and catches him. Don't know again to this point what exactly is ailing Tommy Edman. First of all, you hope that it's something that he can rectify quickly. You know how important Tommy is to this ball club.
Yepez takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. I'd watch that again too. Swing, fly ball hit high in the air toward left. At the track, at the wall. That one's gone. Look at Yepez.
Juan Yepez has talked about his role, the fact that he prepares every day. He's always ready no matter what. Gets the call here, gets a changeup that hangs up there, hits it high, hits it deep. And the Cardinals have 2 out of their last 3 guys hitting homers and extend their lead in this ball game. Contreras is pumped. Busch Stadium is rocking.
Second career regular season pinch hit homer for Yepez. And I'm pretty sure that's not what Mark Pryor had in mind. Hang a changeup and see how far Yepez can hit it.
Great meeting, Mark.
Cardinals with 4 in the 3rd inning.
That is one we talked about it with Urias. Look, he has had a tendency to give up home runs. Came into action giving up 10. That was tops in the NL. Has given up 10 here, or 2 here in this ball game. That's how you're going to have to get to him. He's tough to string together hits on.
Line drive deep right center field. That's on the run. That one's going to go too.
your Chevy pitch tracks. It's the slurve. It's right down the middle, thigh high, and Nolan Gorman doesn't miss it. His 11th of the season, his 34th RBI, and everybody is feeling it tonight.
Nolan Gorman has his first 2 hits of the year against the left-handed pitcher tonight, and that one left the ballpark. It's a 5-run inning. The Cardinals have hit 3 homers and now have given Adam Wainwright a 5-2 lead.
Chip, I got a feeling that Gorman's going to continue to get more nods against the lefties. He keeps taking APs like this.
First homer off a left-handed pitcher in his career. The Cardinals go back-to-back with Yepez and Gorman against Julio Urias. Was pushing towards 60 pitches. That man got it going with a mammoth 3-run homer to straightaway center.
Well, look at that. He hits his home run. He's digging right back in to the Dodgers, their hitters, how he's going to navigate Adam Wainwright through the top of the next inning.
And Urias is going to have to throw at least 30 pitches in the Cardinals' third. Paul DeYoung, the 8th man to hit. Those are your home run hitters tonight.
It's a great take right there. Cutter under the zone by Urias. You can tell he's laboring in this inning. These are those innings where that pitch clock, boy, it gets on you quickly. You'd love to step off, take a breather, just don't have time.
And as good as Urias looked in the first inning, he does not look as sharp since.
No, and hence the mistakes. I mean, it's 2 mistakes with the changeup, a mistake with that slider, that slurve. 31 pitches right now in this 3rd inning. That one could have been dangerous too.
The Cardinals have homered in 7 consecutive games. It's the 2nd game on this homestand that the Cardinals have a 3-homer inning. The Birds' bats are beginning to boom. The pitch. Swing, fly ball. That one's going to go a long way. Off the foul pole. A 4-homer inning. Back to back to back.
Paulie D said, "You guys having a home run party? I love parties." He gets himself a fastball in, jumps all over it after this count started 0-2. Urias could not bury him, and he hits it right off the netting out there in left field. Contreras, he's jumping up and down. He got the party started with his 3-run shot. Everybody is in on the action here.
6-2 St. Louis. They'll bat around against Urias. The last time the Cardinals had a 4-homer inning, July 2nd last year against the Phillies. They hit 4 consecutive off Kyle Gibson. Hop fly foul back our way. A ball and a strike. Ali sure pushed the right button in this inning, wouldn't you say? After the Contreras home run, Edman left, and Yepez started the first of 3 solo homers. And nothing that man can do as he's playing with a short pen.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest keys. I really feel like if they had a rested bullpen over there, they might have gone out and got Urias already in this ball game. But he's at 67 pitches. Their bullpen again has covered 21 of the last 30 innings coming into this game. They need length.
Off the end of the bat, Betts broke back, now has to recover, comes charging in, and he makes the head-high catch to retire the side. Adam Wainwright has been given 6 runs. It's a 4-run game as the Cardinals play long ball here in Game 1. bombs away in St. Louis for the Cardinals in the 3rd inning. Wilson Contreras, a 3-run homer to give us the lead. Yepez took over for Tommy Edman. He homered. Gorman homers against a lefty. Paul DeYoung hits the netting down the left field line as Urias gave up 4 homers in the 3rd inning. And now Waino needs a shutdown inning to keep momentum in the Cardinals dugout.
Huge inning right here for Adam Wainwright, who is looking sharper as we go on. And again, this is where Adam needs to live. It's the bottom of the zone with that sinker. We've seen better depth here in the last 2 innings with that breaking ball as well.
Miguel Vargas quickly behind 0-2. Rough inning for Urias. The pitch. Breaking ball had him off stride. Into left. Yepez checks in. He takes over in left field. Mercado moves to right. And Waino has the first out. Here's Outman. Truly an historic night for the St. Louis offense against the Dodgers pitching staff. They've allowed 4 homers in an inning just twice since 1969, before the Redbirds did what they did a moment ago. Once was in Colorado, which you understand, as that ball whistled foul it right. The other one in 1970 at then Jack Murphy Stadium. And back then you had to hit the ball into the seats for it to be a home run.
Pretty amazing to see that, and this Cardinal offense be ready. But again, to use a term that we heard in spring training about this offense, relentless, right? Relentless top to bottom. That's what they should be. That's what we've seen recently.
So now you lead by 4. Adam Wainwright pushing toward 200 major league victories this season. Now has a 2-1 count. That missed. Ball 3. Peralta and Rojas to follow in the Dodger 4th inning.
Well, Outman does like the ball down across the bottom. That's where a lot of his pop comes from. Can't elevate.
On the ground to short. DeYoung's got that. Flip to first is in plenty of time. 2 outs. Amazing. Outman took a center cut pitch for strike 2 and then grounds out on the next one. Thank you very much. 2 away for Peralta. He's 0 for 1. A fly out to center field. Lower abdominal soreness is what knocked Tommy Edman out of the game after the collision with Nootbaar. As Brad said, hopefully that's not serious. Phil Bickford is getting ready. Looks like Urias's night will come to an end after a blistering taken by him in the 3rd inning. And as we said, he's been great at Dodger Stadium. Away from Los Angeles, it's been very tough.
Yeah, ERA just inflated, but coming into tonight, a 6.10 ERA for Urias on the road.
Peralta walks on 4 pitches, and Miguel Rojas is your hitter. Waino didn't want to do that. And it's Rojas who hit that fateful fly ball that forced the Cardinals collision in right. That was back in the 2nd. So 3rd walk for the Cardinals right-hander. And Rojas, who was activated May 1st, had some hamstring problems. He's hitting 181. Not an easy task to follow Trey Turner at shortstop.
No, and shortstop going to be an interesting one for them to figure out over there. Gavin Lux got injured.
DeYoung will flip to second. Wainwright with a shutdown inning. Oscar Mercado will lead off for the Cardinals. He started a big rally, and Jim Hayes will tell us more about him when we come back. More heavy lifting for the Dodger bullpen in this game. Phil Bickford answers the Chevy call to the bullpen in the fourth inning after Urias has touched for 4 homers, 6 runs in 3 innings. Oscar Mercado is the man leading off for St. Louis, and for more on his return to the Cardinals, here's Jim Hayes.
Yeah, Oscar was born in Colombia. He and his family eventually made their way to Tampa, Florida. He officially became a U.S. citizen in 2018. He told me because of baseball, my process took a little longer than the rest of my family. We are all so grateful for what this country has provided us. Chip, while in Colombia, as a small child, he watched MLB baseball on television. He told me one of his favorite players was former Cardinal Edgar Renteria, a native of Colombia.
How could you not like Edgar Renteria? Man, what a pro's pro. Great shortstop. As a hammer job down the line for Mercado. That's going to get down and roll into the corner. And Oscar's on his way to second. He's got a leadoff double. Have yourself a night.
Well, Oscar Mercado, as we talked about earlier, been chomping at the bit, waiting for this opportunity here in the big leagues with the Cardinals. We've seen him in the big leagues with Cleveland. Got a little stint with Philly. First couple of times at bat with the Cardinals, getting it done. This one, a slider, just catches it out in front. Got himself a double down the line.
And Lars Nootbaar, your hitter. He popped up twice. Had a healthy cut, fouled that back. Strike one. Well, after a rough series against the Dodgers in LA, the Cardinals have their hitting shoes on tonight. 6 runs on 7 hits. They've homered in 7 straight games. They've hit 4 more homers here tonight. And that has delighted this big crowd in St. Louis. Huge crowds expected all weekend long for LA's lone visit to St. Louis.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun weekend, already a fun evening tonight against the Dodgers, and it's just great seeing this long ball come to fruition for the Cardinals. Early on, just weren't hitting too many homers.
Fly ball well hit towards center. That ball carrying out to the track near the wall, and Lars just missed. Mercado will tag and move to third. Man, oh man, are the Cardinals launching tonight. Nootbaar 0 for 3, but he advances the runner. There's your first out.
It just missed. Home run number 5 there off the bat of Lars Nootbaar in an area where he loves it. It was a fastball up. Just didn't quite get all of it. And Goldie's sitting here looking and said, I tap back to the pitcher. Not tap back, hit a rocket off his leg, actually. He walked. He's saying, I like all these home runs everybody else is hitting. I want in.
And that's how the Dodgers infield defense plays. That's got to be fun with Paul Goldschmidt, who has more hard hit balls than anybody on the team.
Come on in.
A strike evens the count. Bickford, 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks against Minnesota. That was his last outing. But quite obviously, all this bullpen work the Dodgers are racking up now is not going to be sustainable, especially against the teams they're playing on this road trip.
Well, you think about it, even for Bickford, right? He's only had 2 days rest off a 3-inning stint. I don't know how much length he's going to be able to give you in this ball game. So this bullpen has been taxed, and that was one of the biggest keys for the Cardinals coming into this game. What kind of pressure can you apply to Urias and get the pitch count up? Now, they didn't necessarily just get the pitch count up. They drove him out of the ball game.
Goldie takes ball 4.
First and third with one out, and here's the man that got the homer parade started for the Cardinals. Let's check out the metrics. Our StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud for the 4-homer third inning.
Thing of beauty right here for the Cardinals. The long ball. Contreras got a changeup up. He drove it out of the ballpark. Same with Yepez. It was a slurve off the bat of Gorman, and Paulie D got a fastball in. I mean, they're hitting everything that Urias had.
Contreras really admired his home run. Runner at first goes. The pitch is outside. The throw to second. Skips away. A run will come home. Mercado scores on a double steal. (7-2) St. Louis.
Well, even if this throw didn't kick off, I think that bag is stolen there by Goldie. Mercado takes off as soon as he sees that throw going through. And a well-executed play here by the Cardinals. Seeing the long ball, now a little small ball there, utilizing some of the team speed.
Goldschmidt with his 29th straight stolen base, 19 in a row without being caught for the Cardinals team. And now Contreras, another man in scoring position. 7-2, Cardinals have the lead. So Mercado just up from Memphis. 2 for 2, 2 runs and a couple of steals. That's a pretty good night. (2-0) count. We're told the official scoring on Mercado's play is he scored on a fielder's choice, but that play's under review. You said, Brad, as soon as that throw went through, he took off.
He was gone, and he looked like he was going to be there for sure. We'll see how this one ends up shaking out. Either way, a nice night for Oscar Mercado.
Contreras taking all the way. 3 balls and a strike. LA will have the top of the order coming up in the 5th inning. Adam Wainwright now with a 5-run lead. Flipped the bat away, but he'll head back to the dish with a full count.
Bigford catches the corner here with the fastball. Contreras obviously didn't think so. He collects his items and comes right back to the plate.
Good rip at that. Nolan Arenado is your on deck man. After the Cardinals beat up on Kenley Jansen in Boston, they've looked like a different team. It has carried over tonight. They fell behind early by 2, and as we've said, maybe going back even further, Brad, to the homestand that wrapped up with the Tigers when they trailed after the grand slam. They counterpunched in that game. They've been doing that much more effectively and frequently.
They really have, and they've been able to lean upon their offense, but at the same time their pitching has been a lot better. Good emergency hack right there. Foul something off. Get another pitch against Bigford. But you're right. The offense since that game, they've gone out and won 3 series straight. And you just feel like you're never out of it. Instead of right now thinking, all right, well, what's going to go wrong? You're thinking, okay, how are we going to come back? Or how are we going to add to this lead? That's the feeling.
Or even better, when are we coming back?
Sure.
Not if we're going to come back, right? And so long at bats all night long for the Cardinals hitters. This one will be a 9-pitch sequence. But nothing Dave Roberts can do at the moment, as Contreras didn't get that. Big swing and a miss. There's Bickford's first strikeout. 1 away for Nolan Arenado. Don't miss your chance to get discounted Cardinals tickets. Get 8 or more gallons of gas at a participating station using Phillips 66's Fuel Forward app, and you'll get 2-for-1 Cardinals tickets. For more information, go to cardinals.com/Phillips66. Nolan wants to get in on the fun. He's walked and popped out tonight. RBIs in 10 of his last 11 games. 5 homers, 14 ribbies in the last 7 he's played. Swing, fly ball, headed toward that bullpen. Track, whoa, way out of here. I don't know what the budget for fireworks is, but they might have to double it.
Well, Nolan Arenado finally got his invitation to the home run party. The Cardinals' 5th of the day. He had homered in 5 straight. Took a day off yesterday to hit his 1000th RBI and gets right back at it here, hammering a Bickford fastball and adding to that Cardinal lead.
Arenado with an RBI in 8 consecutive games. That matches his career high individually. And here's Yepez, who homered in a pinch his first time up. Little squibber hit toward first, and Freddie Freeman will get to the bag in time, and that'll retire the side. 6 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th for the Cardinals, who enjoy a 9-2 lead. Cardinals baseball is brought to you by your Quality Ford dealers, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals, and by Steel. Real Steel, find yours at steeldealers.com. This one has been one for the ages. St. Louis playing long ball. 5 homers in this game. And now Adam Wainwright, Brad, has a 7-run lead. He needs to get through this 5th with that lead to qualify for another victory.
Yeah, he is on the race to 200 victories for his career, currently sitting on 195 wins. That's 3rd most in franchise history here for the Redbirds.
Mookie Betts stands in the way and fouls that back. 2 balls and a strike.
You can see it too right now. Adams feeling it. You see the way that he's walking around. He's getting more and more comfortable, confident, really feeling through things in that 1st inning, but executing pitches here after that.
This one popped up toward right. Mercado handles this chance and takes care of Betts. Burleson, the ball finds him, and there is out number 1. It's amazing. You get a defensive change, and the ball's hit to that guy immediately.
The game is funny, isn't it? Burleson's trotting out there and saying, boy, I'm used to being the other guy on this one. Usually coming in at this point, but the ball does find him. He does a good job of catching that one that hangs up there for quite some time. And a good job there by Hicks, pouring in a strike, getting it out quick.
Freddie Freeman is the hitter. .300 career homers for Freddie Freeman. Halfway toward the cycle. He's got the toughest part out of the way. Triple and the homer. And off the end of the bat. And here it is in the 6th inning off Cabrera.
Fastball in, and that swing is so pretty. I do not know how he gets that bat to it so quickly. Just drops the head, drives it. I mean, the thought process there is center field the other way.
Did it again. Burleson another chance. Did you see that? That away, Alec. No problem. 2 outs. Watch this. If only it were that easy, right? And Will Smith, your hitter. Smith has walked and scored. He's reached base twice. And Powder River in for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, this is the appetizer for 3 more courses in this series. Matz and Gonsolin tomorrow night. Michaelis and Syndergaard on Saturday. Flaherty and Kershaw on Sunday. Then the Cardinals hit the road for a week.
Well, you knew this homestand for the Cardinals was going to be quite the test. You had the first place Brewers coming in. They take 2 of 3 from them. Looking to take the first one here.
How about that efficient inning from Jordan Hicks? 3 outs, 7 pitches, and the top 3 hitters do nothing in a 1-run game. Let's get some insurance, partner. 9-8 your score. Is it time to break out, Harry?
I don't think it's ever a bad time, Chip.
Let's get some runs. Jason Hayward is the man in right. As Jackson goes back to work, 3 innings is his season high. He's done that twice. He's been awesome tonight for LA. He's allowed only 1 base runner. And for the Cardinals, the 7, 8, 9 men are coming up.
The Freeman home run, the grand slam, his 300th of his career is going to get a lot of play, as will the Muncy home run. What Jackson is doing, though, is one of the biggest things that the Dodgers have seen in this ball game, giving them a chance.
Popped up. Ball's going to find Hayward, who just checked in. Happens every time unless it doesn't. There's your first out in the Cardinals' 8th. Let's enjoy a quick word from BOS.
When you need to expand your business, turn to BOS. We can make loan decisions locally, so you can unleash your full potential. BOS, bank boldly.
Here's Donovan. Brendan is hitless tonight, 0 for 3. Interesting dilemma for Oliver Marmol. Jordan Hicks against the Dodgers in his career has made 7 appearances. He struck out 15 men in 8 2/3 innings. He just breezed through the 1, 2, 3 hitters on their lineup card. In a 1-run game, do you send him back out there, or do you bring on Helsley, whom we weren't sure would even be available?
Yeah, for me, if Helsley's ready, I send him out there. And you set it up, you go 1-1-1, you end up having Hicks. And take a look at Helsley, who looks like he is ready and available, looming there for the 9th inning. Helsley, before action last night, he threw 24 pitches in the ball game last night against the Brewers to nail that thing down. He had had 4 days of rest coming in, so must have felt good today. When we talked to Ollie before the game, he was talking to us about his bullpen. We asked about Helsley. He said, I'm going to find out soon after he ends up throwing what his availability looks like. The reports must have been good. You like your chances when Helsley trots out of the bullpen.
We'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters for LA. And there's a good approach for Donovan. He takes ball 4. Only the second base runner Jackson has allowed. The LA bullpen is busy. If he encounters any more trouble, we might see Yency Almonte. First, it's Oscar Mercado here, who's had a good night. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 steals. Cardinals have not been afraid to utilize the stolen base in this game. I've got them with 3 tonight. Let's see if they get creative with Donovan, who's 2 for 2. Big hole right side for Oscar. Short lead at first. If you can guide that one, or that one that way, I beg your pardon, you'd be in business. 1 ball, no strikes. Mercado part of a double steal for the Cardinals. That was in the 4th inning. First Cardinals steal of home since Carlos Beltran 10 years ago.
Wow. That seems crazy to believe. Like, even on a play like that, right? Runners at first and third, the steal, double steal, that hasn't happened since then, but a rare play certainly.
Tied him up, but no swing. Cardinals can win this game. It'll be their 9th in their last 11 played. They lead and need 3 outs. The pitch. Sharply hit. That's through. A 3-hit game for Mercado. Have yourself a night.
Have not seen too many misses from Jackson. You have to think that he's starting to get a little tired here, but this is a miss middle, 95 miles an hour. And what a job it has been here from Jackson in this ball game, but the Cardinals finally put some pressure on him.
Only the 3rd base runner for St. Louis since the start of the 5th inning when this kid came in to pitch. Again, the Dodger bullpen, as Brad has said and I have said tonight, they've really been overworked because of injury and ineffectiveness by their starting staff. So this kid is really helped them set things up for the rest of the series and the start of what, as we've said as well, is the most difficult road trip to start the year.
Trying to talk it over right here, seeing if they can squeeze a little bit more out of Andre Jackson. Because as you mentioned, the gauntlet that this Dodger team is going through, you got to be able to give these guys a refresh in the pen.
So the meeting with Mark Pryor, a brief one. And Lars Nootbaar is your hitter. Nootbaar is 0 for 4. He's hit the ball in the air 4 times today. Ball 1. Remember, Lars almost got Devin Williams the other day. This would be a sweet spot for him to launch one and maybe put it out of reach. Tried to and didn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals 2 out of 6 with runners in scoring position. Their runs have come via the home run tonight. Goldschmidt would be next.
See Lars Nootbaar there telling himself to just stay back. Got a couple of changeups there from Andre Jackson. Wants to stay back and drive one.
Right under the golden bats and crimson birds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're playing with fire if you do that.
Well, you think 95 upstairs. Does Jackson go back to the changeup? Can Newt stay on it?
Sharply hit through. There's a base hit. Streaking around third, Donovan. Hayward's throw toward the plate is going to be late. And Nootbaar into second after the throw.
Andre Jackson does go back to the changeup. Lars Nootbaar does stay back and drives it through the right side to add to the Cardinals' lead. Give a little bit of cushion. Hayward, you know he's got a rocket for an arm in right field. He comes up throwing, but Donovan in there beforehand. Great jump. And a really nice at-bat right there by Lars Nootbaar.
Dave Roberts is going to tell Jackson, you did one whale of a job, young man, and he did. But a 1-out walk and back-to-back hits with the gas needle pinging toward empty means another call to the bullpen for the Dodgers and a little more breathing room for the Redbirds in the bottom of the 8th. Yency Almonte answers the latest call to the bullpen for the Dodgers. That's presented by Chevrolet, and he'll run into Paul Goldschmidt With runners now second and third, one out, and now, Brad, a 2-run lead. They'll walk Goldschmidt intentionally and set up a double play. Well, Contreras don't need much to fire this guy up. He's already hit a 3-run homer tonight.
No, but probably a wise idea there, right? You're playing the percentages, trying to get something on the ground, but Contreras is going to be ready for this. Almonte, hard throwing right-hander. It's going to be fastball slider to the righties.
But no place to put Contreras, and there's a good start to the sequence. 1 ball, no strikes. Ten runs on 10 hits. The Cardinals have only left 3 men on base tonight. They've got 3 aboard here. That one gets away. That's going to score another run. Wild pitch, and everybody moves up. Mercado scores for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, Oscar Mercado has had himself a day. Almonte comes in, tries to throw the perfect slider, and just spikes it, pulls it right across his body, kicks too far away from Will Smith. The Cardinals now have a 3-run lead. Contreras trying to make it 5.
Infield in with 1 out. There was a better slider. Fly ball right center. Well hit. It's carrying. It is gone. Two 3-run homers for Contreras.
Your Budweiser play of the game. This slider that catches the middle of the plate. And he said, forget making it a 5-run game. Forget the single. I got the home run opposite field, showing off the power. Contreras has been fired up all game long, and the crowd here at Busch Stadium still on their feet.
A curtain call.
I think that Wilson Contreras is feeling right at home here at Busch Stadium.
13th career multi-homer game. And let's not forget the other side of the ledger for Contreras. If the Cardinals hold on to this 14-8 lead after the curtain call, last 3 games he's caught, they're going to go 3-0. He said he came here to win. Well, Cardinals are doing that tonight thanks to 6 home runs. 2 of them by Contreras and 6 RBIs. 14-8. Look at the line score on the scoreboard tonight.
Just crooked numbers all over the place. The Cardinals with 6 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, now the 5 spot here in the 8th inning.
And so, as we had hoped, the Cardinals get some insurance with Hicks throwing 10 pitches or so. Helsley can sit down. You can rest him. Now, granted, he did warm up and was hot, but you figure he would be available tomorrow. Gallegos would be available tomorrow for the Cardinals. And so this 14-run outburst and the 5-run 8th sets us up not just for tonight, Brad, but for the next 2, maybe 3 games of the series.
It certainly does. Don't have to go to the well with some of your big guns as much here for another inning.
Right back where it came from and out to second. And Arenado is retired. 2 men are out. Jackson gave up 3 runs in this game, but deserved a much better fate. I mean, that kid pitched great for the Dodgers. But Almonte gives up the big home run and the big inning too. Third career game with 6 or more RBIs for Contreras. May 11th, 2018 was the last time he had as many. $14 runs, 11 hits for the Cardinals. And Alec Burleson, who checked in defensively for the Cardinals, gets a chance to swing the bat for the first time here. Hope nothing seriously wrong with Tommy Edman. That's the only downer in this game for the Cardinals. After a collision with Lars Nootbaar, he had some lower abdominal soreness and had to leave the game. St. Louis already an outfielder short with Dylan Carlson banged up with an ankle. And the inning continues as Yepez walks. Now Gorman. 2 for 4 is Nolan tonight.
These Cardinal hitters, even with a 6-run lead, you've seen how quickly things can go back. Nobody is giving in to an at-bat. And everybody is just taking quality ABs, continue to grind it out. You know that's what Ollie, that's what his staff wants to see. But from a season that started out where the Cardinals could not win an opener, 0-11 in openers, got a chance to win 4 in a row here.
And look, I don't know what the rules are, Brad, but I think if you get 6 home runs in a game, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
I think that should really be a game plan. You see Ollie talking to Hicks.
Gorman drives this one deep center. That one to the track and wall. Outman leaps in. He can't get it.
House 7.
It's never failed me before. May 7th, 1940, the Cardinals hit 7 home runs against the Dodgers at Sportsman's Park. Gorman has a 2-homer game. This is unbelievable.
This is crazy. This is the Cardinals flexing on the Dodgers. We talked about our key to the game. Our key to the game today was act as if, okay? Act as if you are the lead dog and everybody's chasing you. Cardinals have been playing great baseball here as of late. We know the record that the Dodgers came in with, but that's exactly what the Cardinals are doing. So you come chase us.
16-8. Let's save a couple for Steven Matz tomorrow. The 0-2. Squibb slowly towards short. Bare hand play, nicely done. And that will send us to the 9th. The Cardinals score 7 in the 8th. They're frolicking. It's 16-8.
Seven home runs for the Redbirds. Gorman got into a couple of them, as did Contreras. DeYoung gets on the action. Nolan Arenado, he drives one out as well. I mean, what an entertaining ball game. The Dodgers punched back in, but the Cardinals counterpunch again. And what a year it's been for the young Nolan Gorman. Ollie Marmol, gotta love what he's seeing as he looks on here in the 9th inning.
So Hicks, after his perfect 8th inning, turns things over to Chris Stratton. He'll try to get the final 3 outs with an 8-run lead. And as we said, bigger picture, Cardinals bullpen should be in real good shape. to hopefully have a chance to save game 2 of the series tomorrow night.
For sure. Hicks should be good to go. You would think that Ryan Helsley will be just fine. Got up in the pen, but probably didn't get the opportunity to get too hot in this game. You'd think that another day's rest here, or a day's rest, would be good for Giovanni Gallegos. So got an opportunity to be fresh tomorrow.
Max Muncy leads off the 9th. He homered in the 7th. Talk about that from a relief pitcher standpoint. I don't think fans understand that as completely as I'm sure we wish they did. It's not just about appearances for a reliever, but the number of times you get up and warm up and maybe don't even get in the game.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and teams are very cognizant of it. Once you get a guy up and get the punch out 92 on the corner, Jeremy Rehak, home plate umpire, gives him that one. But you're still getting hot. Like, you're still getting warmed up. You're throwing all of your pitches and you're really airing it out. Now, some guys, it doesn't affect them as much. That's knowing your staff too. And it's also very important as a reliever to know how to get ready and not just go full bore and throw too many pitches before you get into a ball game.
Martinez pops the next pitch up right side. Goldschmidt, plenty of room for that. We're not away. The other big part of this game, Adam Wainwright makes another gigantic step forward to his goal of 200 or more wins.
Well, Adam Wainwright in line here, 1 out away from win number 196 in his career. I thought Waino settled in really well in this ball game. Rocky first inning and then got the job done.
Julio Urias' road woes continued in St. Louis tonight. He allowed 6. The Cardinals have scored 16. And 36,982 remain at the ballpark, and they're all standing as one. Miguel Vargas, the last hope for LA as we push toward 10 o'clock. One more strike to get. Not a bad place to try. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. The Brewers are idle tonight. They start a series with Tampa Bay tomorrow. 1 more strike to get, and the Birds will be 6 out of first. The 2-2 is high, full count. Don't walk him. Fly ball, shallowly hit. Nootbaar coming on. He's there. And that's your ball game. Cardinals thump the Dodgers. They hit 7 home runs and double them up, Brad. 16-8 your final.
Cardinals winners now of 9 of their last 11. Adam Wainwright gets career win number 196. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals are hot, hot, hot. Let's keep rolling it into tomorrow.
Those bats were golden indeed for the Cardinals. The Redbirds pound out 12 hits, and they win their 19th game of the year and take round 1 in this series against the Dodgers. Matz and Gonsolin hook up tomorrow night. A happy Cardinals postgame show is coming up after a 16-8 Redbird win.